my future lies ahead. I want a tie-dyed shirt, pair of Birkenstock sandals, and a ticket to the Grateful Dead. Well, I call the hotline every day, 1-900-DEAD. When I finally get through to the other side, this is what the dude said. He said, you can't dance, you can't groove, you can't even sway. Leave your flowers, seeds, beads, and weed. Show sold out today. And I said, well, shit. But I wasn't easily discouraged, dismayed, or disappointed. Because ever since I'd seen a deadhead sticker on the back of a BMW in Mountain Brook, I figured there must be something to this. Because I've been to Fultondale, Gardendale, Forestdale, Adamsville, Inslee, Fairfield, all those places, and ain't one deadhead sticker on the back of any of them pickup trucks. So I figured there's something to it, and I want to know what it's about. So I called a friend who had a friend who had a sister named Jane. Earned her wings at Woodstock, chanting in the rain. Said, sure I know old Jerry. I used to date his best friend Paul. You swap me a hunk of that hash you bought, I'll give him a call. So a big smile spread across my face because I am into the barter system. And just in case like 500 or 600 of your friends might drop by, it always pays to have a good stash. So I did a little quick inventory. I had about 6 ounces of damn good Alabama grown marijuana. And I'm talking diggity, 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 dank, dank, dank shit. Had 42 of them Quaaludes left over from 1973 that I was saving for a special moment. And I had 840,000 pounds of hash. I don't know if you can visualize how much that would be, but it's a large quantity. It takes up a lot of space. So I got this friend down in Selma, Dallas County, who owns a car crushing company. Earl is his name. So I called up Earl and I said, Earl, I got 840,000 pounds of hash. I'm having a hard time hiding that shit. He said, I can understand. So I rented me one of them flatbed trucks with a large tarpaulin and a crane, because 840,000 pounds is a lot. So I loaded it up, put it on the flatbed truck, covered up with a large tarpaulin, drove down to Selma. Sure enough, Earl crushed that shit into a small cube about the size of a little igloo cooler. The only problem still is, it weighed 840,000 pounds. I looked at Earl, he looked at me, I looked at Earl, he looked at me, and I went, shit. He went, oh shit. He said, fortunately, you still got that flatbed truck with a large tarpaulin, which at this point I only needed a smaller tarpaulin. So we loaded it back up, brought it back to Birmingham, took it out a welding torch, cut it in half, left me with the tiny sum of 420,000 pounds of hash. Called the girl, she made the deal. A week later, in my mailbox, marked with them little dancing bears, there it was. My ticket to the Grateful Dead, and excitement was abound. So I filled up my VW bus with gas. I put my best dashiki on. I rolled 75 joints of real good grass. Left the best buds for my mom. Said goodbye to Dad, pat the dog on the head. I was on my way. Hampton, 3 months away. Now when I'm high on living and my future lies ahead, I want a tie-dyed shirt, pair of Birkenstock sandals, and a ticket to the Grateful Dead. make some noise for Johnny right there on the guitar. So there I was on my way to the big concert event of my lifetime. Like I said, excitement was abound. So I pulled into the parking lot. Was a sight to see. I had carrots, tofu, peanut butter, pita bread with cheese. I met Sunshine Rainbow Butterfly, Abby Hoffman's niece, and a girl named Janet Planet offered me some LSD. So friends and neighbors, what could I do? What could I say? I looked around me at the parking lot of the Grateful Dead, and I was surrounded by real hippies, hippie wannabes, trustafarians, credit card hippies, grilled cheese vendors, and people from Mountain Brook. So I said, yes ma'am, I'm gonna try me some LSD acid. So she pulls out a little tiny sugar cube, and on the sugar cube it had a picture of James Brown. On the other side, the little bitty words it said, I feel good. How could I respond except, ha! So do I. So I popped it in my mouth. When I did, she went, that was a 4-1 hit. I said, no shit. Since I'd never experienced the LSD acid phenomenon, for about 30 years, only 2 words I uttered were, oh shit. Rick, how you feel? Oh shit. But after a while, I started feeling pretty good at the Grateful Dead concert, and I picked up a very special dance. I'm gonna give you one sample of it right here, because we're pretty much Caucasian right now. You're gonna need to know this if you go to see Fish, if your daughter or son go to see Widespread Panic, teach them this dance. It's called Swatting Bugs Out Your Face Because They Ate Too Much James Brown Acid. Here it is. That's an educational moment right there. After a while I got tired of the dance and decided to stand in one spot. Began to hop, I couldn't stop. Thought I was gonna drop, and I kissed a cop. It was early Sunday morning when I found myself in jail. I had to hawk my ticket just to get my bail. When I'm howling and my future lies ahead, I want a tie-dyed shirt, pair of Birkenstock sandals, and a ticket to the Grateful Dead. I want a tie-dyed shirt, pair of Birkenstock sandals, and a ticket, make some noise for Jerry, to the Grateful Dead.